The first time he noticed it, it was not loud, it was not dramatic, it was quiet, like a whisper brushing against his spirit, a gentle warning that something was not right. But he ignored it. He smiled, laughed, and told himself everything was fine. After all, nothing looked dangerous on the outside. Everything seemed beautiful, charming, and even exciting. But deep inside, something was slowly pulling him away from the path he once walked so faithfully. As a Christian man, your heart is not just your own. It is a place where God lives. It is sacred ground, and not everyone who comes into your life will treat it that way. There are women who will inspire you, lift you closer to God, and remind you of who you are called to be. But there are also women who, without even realizing it, or sometimes knowing very well, can lead you away from your purpose, your peace, and your relationship with God. This is not about judging people. It is about guarding your heart. There is a kind of woman who loves attention more than truth. She knows how to speak sweet words. She knows how to smile in a way that makes you feel seen, important, and wanted. At first, it feels good. It feels like you found someone special, but slowly you begin to notice something. Her words change depending on who she is talking to. Her loyalty is not steady. Her love is not rooted in truth. She does not point you toward God, she pulls you toward herself. And before you realize it, your prayers become shorter, your time with God becomes less, your heart becomes divided. There is also the woman who carries bitterness deep inside her. She has been hurt, disappointed, maybe even broken by life. And instead of healing, she holds on to that pain. She speaks with anger. She sees the world through wounds that have not been touched by grace. You may feel compassion for her, and that is not wrong, but be careful, because if you are not strong, her pain can become your burden. Her anger can slowly shape your thoughts. Her bitterness can begin to poison your peace. You are not called to lose yourself trying to fix someone who refuses to heal. Then there is the woman who does not respect your faith. She may not openly mock it, but she does not honor it either. She finds your devotion strange, your discipline unnecessary, your values too strict. She may even try to gently pull you away from your convictions. "Just this once," she says. "It's not that serious," she whispers. But you know it is serious, because every just this once becomes easier the next time. A man who walks with God cannot afford to walk closely with someone who constantly pulls him in the opposite direction. There is also the woman who lives for the world's approval. Her identity is built on what others think, what others say, and what others see. She chases trends, attention, and validation. She changes herself to fit what is popular, not what is right. Being with her feels like standing on shifting ground. There is no stability, no depth, no foundation. And as a Christian man, you need more than beauty. You need truth. You need character. You need someone whose heart is anchored in something eternal. Sometimes the most dangerous kind of woman is not the one who looks obviously wrong, but the one who almost feels right. She might be kind, she might be caring, she might even believe in God in her own way, but she does not share your hunger for Him. She does not seek Him deeply. She does not push you to grow. Instead, she makes it comfortable to stay where you are. No growth, no stretching, no deeper calling, just comfort. And comfort, when it replaces purpose, can quietly destroy a man's destiny. It is important to understand something. This is not about being better than anyone. It is about being careful. It is about recognizing that your life has a purpose, and not everyone who enters your life will protect that purpose. Love is powerful, but not all love is healthy. You see, the enemy does not always come in obvious ways. Sometimes he comes through distraction, through feelings, through connections that seem harmless at first, but slowly pull you away from what matters most. That is why you must learn to listen, not just to words, not just to emotions, but to the quiet voice inside you, the one that warns you, the one that feels uneasy when something is not right. Do not ignore that voice. There was once a man who thought he was strong enough to handle anything. He believed his faith was unshakable. He told himself that he could be close to anyone and still remain grounded. But slowly, things changed. He started compromising small things, then bigger things. He stopped praying as much. He stopped reading his Bible, not because he wanted to leave God, but because he got distracted. And one day he looked at himself and realized he was no longer the man he used to be, not because he made one big mistake, but because of many small ones. And it all began with the wrong connection. But here is the truth that brings hope. No matter how far you have gone, you can always come back. God does not abandon you when you make mistakes. He does not turn his back on you when you fall. He waits, patiently, lovingly, calling you back to him. And when you return, he restores you. He rebuilds what was broken. He heals what was damaged. He strengthens what was weak. And he teaches you how to choose wisely. Because there are also women who reflect God's love, women who respect your faith, women who pray, who grow, who seek God with all their hearts, women who will stand beside you, not to pull you away from your purpose, but to walk with you in it. A woman who loves God will not compete with him for your attention. She will encourage your relationship with him. She will celebrate your growth. She will challenge you to become better, not settle for less. She will not lead you into confusion, but into peace. And when you find that kind of woman, you will not feel divided inside. You will feel aligned, focused, strengthened, because what is built on God will always stand strong. So guard your heart, not out of fear, but out of wisdom. Do not rush into connections just because they feel good in the moment. Take your time, pray, observe, listen. Ask yourself, does this person bring you closer to God or pull you away? Because the answer to that question can shape your entire life. You were created for more than temporary happiness. You were created for purpose, for truth, for a life that reflects God's love and glory. And the people you allow into your life will either help you walk in that purpose or slowly lead you away from it. Choose wisely, even when it's hard, even when it means walking alone for a while, because being alone with God is far better than being surrounded by people who lead you away from him. And remember this, God sees your desire to live right. He sees your effort to stay strong. He sees every moment you choose him over temptation, and he honors it. He is preparing something beautiful for you, something pure, something aligned with his will, a love that does not confuse you, but completes you, a relationship that does not weaken you, but strengthens your faith. So stay patient, stay faithful, stay close to God, and trust that in his perfect time, he will bring the right person into your life, someone who will not just walk with you, but walk with you toward him. And when that day comes, you will understand why every wrong connection had to be avoided, because what God has prepared for you is worth the wait.